Alright, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video I will be speaking you about how you can actually make passive income just by holding your cryptocurrencies. So this is possible because of some new concept and by the new upgrade into the smart contracts. So this is the platform that you are watching on my screen is Orca.so. This is a decentralized exchange platform just like Radium, Jupiter. This is Orca. So every exchange, this method that I will be sharing in this video will work almost on every exchange. So if you have not yet subscribed this YouTube channel, just hit on the subscribe button because you will be getting some good information, good crypto content to your YouTube feed. So let's continue to the video. So this is Orca.so. After the upgrade to V3 to this Uniswap, so that most of the decentralized exchanges actually follow the same standard. And right now the exchange that you see over my screen is Orca.so. This is the exchange over the Solana. So suppose if you are holding cryptocurrencies like SPX, Aura, Giga, Pengu, Useless, any crypto token that you are holding in your wallet, what is the point if they are just into your wallet? And suppose if I tell you that you can actually make money, you can get the passive income by your crypto tokens. So this concept is known as concentrated liquidity. What is concentrated liquidity? Let me show you some pools. So this is an example of the pool, and right now you can see this is a pool for the Solana and USDC. So if you go inside the Sol USDC, so basically in the previous versions of V1 and V2, where you provide the liquidity to the whole pool, but with the concentrated liquidity provide methodology, you can actually get more and more yields. How? So whenever you swap any token through the decentralized exchange, for example, if you swap Sol with USDC, then you have to pay some fees to the liquidity provider. That is maybe around 0.025%, 0.1%, or maybe 0.3%. That fees goes to the liquidity provider. But in the previous cases, this liquidity was throughout the whole liquidity range, that is from 0 to infinite. So till the trading is going on, your liquidity is actually fragmented throughout the range. But into the concentrated liquidity, you can actually provide to the specific range. For example, this is a Solana pool, and if you think that Solana price is concentrated, Solana price is into the range. For the example, if I go to the daily chart, and if we see the range of the Solana is around $115 to around $250. Even let's suppose if you try to provide the liquidity during the time from the 2024 March to 3rd of November 2024. So this is the range from 110, suppose 125 to 200. So in this range, Solana was trading. So suppose if you provide the liquidity into this range, you can actually get more and more yield because you have just provided the liquidity into this range only. So let me show you how much you can actually make. So suppose I am holding SPX. So let me find the SPX pool here. So this is SPX USDC pool, and you can see the fees into the 24 hours is around $18,000. So this is the fees which is generated throughout the trading in 24 hours. And suppose you wanted to get passive income with SPX that you are holding. What I will do is I will click on the SPX pool and I will choose the range. For example, if I have to give liquidity, I can see that into this range, the price of SPX is above 1.75 almost, and it will go up to 2.3 for the next 1 week. So I will set the price 1.75 for the lowest, and for the upward, which is 2.2. And if you see into this region, so this is the marking. If the price will be in this region for the SPX and USDC, then I will be farming the profit. I will be farming the fees. And suppose this is the range and I provide around 1000 SPX, then I have to deposit 1568 USDC as well. So you can readjust this range according to your need, according to your strategy. But if you see, I have provided a liquidity of 3500, which is 3500, and I can get $60 every day. Can you imagine? So if you are good with the understanding of the market, even you can reduce it. Suppose if you just provide $100, 100 SPX and 154 USDC, you can actually get $6 every day. Let me adjust the liquidity once again. So I am 1.8, 2.1, and now you can see estimated yield. It is saying 2.5% every day, the amount you provide into this pool. So for this, I have to give, let me show you, like 100 SPX, then I have to deposit 162 USDC, and then I will be getting $9 every day. Let me improve it, 1000 SPX, and the range for this is around, let's keep it 1.9. So I'm providing the liquidity from 1.9 to 2.1, very specific region. And then you can see if I deposit 1000 SPX, that is, I have to deposit 400 USDC only. And then I have to, in total, I have to provide is 2370. And then the yield will be $90 per day. And suppose if the price of SPX just tumble into this range from 1.9 to 2.1 for the next 10 days, you will make $900 in the passive income just by having SPX into your wallet. So you have to be very strategic with this process, because if the liquidity price goes down, then you might end up getting all US SPX. And if price goes above 2.1, then you will be having only USDC in your wallet. So this is the problem with this strategy, that is I wanted to highlight here. What will happen is you have to pick such ranges in which you are comfortable. Even if price goes down, then you should be happy by holding all of the token. And if price goes up, then you should be happy with having all the USDC in your wallet. So this is one thing that you have to consider before providing the liquidity. So this is like insane. So I'm holding SPX. What I did, I just provide the liquidity in some ranges and farming good amount of passive income from this pool. So this is great. What you have to do is, suppose if you are holding SPX, maybe you might be holding Pengu, you might be holding useless, anything. So what you have to do is just understand this. So these are the pools. You can sort them just by the fees in the 24 hours. That is showing how much fees is coming every day. And this is the TVL and this is the volume. So now you can see Solana USDC has the highest volume, which is 418 millions of dollars. And then suppose Fartcoin is here, that is earning $75,000 every day. You can actually be a part of this just by providing a concentrated liquidity into these pools. This is the figure that you have to consider. So this is the fees. If somebody is swapping SOL and USDC, then the fees, which is 0.04, will goes to the liquidity provider like us. And if you see the fees into the, let me sort it again. All right. If you go into the useless, then 0.65% fees will go to the liquidity provider like us. So if you are holding useless, I'm not saying that you should buy useless. Even if your strategy allows to buy useless, if you are bullish on useless, and if your strategy works, then you can also start with useless by buying it. But suppose if you are holding useless and if you wanted to sell at that some price, or if you're comfortable with going up and downs, then I think if you provide this, then you can get 0.65% fees, which is insane. Even let's see the GP token, which is 1% fees. Aura token is 1% fees. So if you provide into this pool, Aura and Sol, and if trading goes like, you can see $10,000 fees is coming, which is still by the having a volume of 1 million, around 1 million volume. And then you can see 10,000 fees. That is because of 1%. So these are the fees with the highest yield. You can also see here, yield proportionate to TVL. So these are the pools where you can see if this value is higher, that means TVL is less, but yield is higher. So useless versus Sol pool is really doing great because it is just giving you 2% of the yield compared to others. And the you could see here the JLP pool, which is 0.17, which is very less. The good amount of yield is only into the useless. Pengu as well. SPX has 1.28% of the yield. They are generating around 18,000 fees in 24 hours. So you don't need to do anything extra. You just have whatever you have into your wallet. Just try to provide a liquidity here and see the wonders of the passive income into your wallet. So that's all about the video about the concentrated liquidity. So make sure you must understand how concentrated liquidity is actually work before trying this. Could be a very good method to get passive income. So that's all about the video. See you into the next video. Thank you.